Hello and welcome. I'm Jasmine Irojak with another episode of Scope. School to Mind program is one of 10 programs under Newcrest Sustainability Fund, partnering with local communities and organizations to deliver meaningful change. Newcrest Sustainability Fund is pleased to support Kokoda Track Foundation to collaborate with New Island Development of Education on a holistic, impactful 3-year education program for New Island Province. The inclusion of early childhood education in the schools means that teachers of New Island's elementary and primary schools must upgrade their qualifications to continue to teach and in turn remain employed. To meet the new requirements, teachers must improve their qualifications via flexible, open, and distance education and retrain as early childhood educators.
Newcrest Sustainability Fund was established and is also contributing to PNG providing support for the education and health. A partnership between Kokoda Track Foundation and the New Island Provincial Education, focusing on early childhood education and retraining teachers to accommodate the inclusion of children from the age of 4 in the PNG formal education sector. Through this program, teachers in Lihir can upgrade their qualification from diploma to bachelor primary education. Newcrest Lihir School to Mind program started in June this year has now taken on board teachers from elementary to vocational schools to upgrade their qualification from a diploma to a bachelor in primary education. Newcrest is also pleased to partner with Kokoda Track Foundation and the New Island Provincial Education Department to deliver key outcomes from upgrading of teachers' qualifications through flexible, open and distance education forward that can improve the children's future learning capacity in the long run. KTF's Gregory Pate said this is a first of its kind where NFS and KTF partnering with the New Island Provincial Education Department to assist local teachers, starting with elementary teachers, primary and vocational, then secondary teachers on the island to upgrade their teaching qualifications.
Basically, the NSF, the Newcrest Sustainability Fund, the purpose of that fund is to help and improve the standard of education on Lihir Island. So that's how KTF has come on board to help facilitate the upgrading of the qualifications of the teachers on the island. So it's a first of its kind. So we have, like I said earlier, we have taken 80 students, and those students are teachers. 73 of them are from elementary schools across 26 elementary schools on the island, on Lihir Island itself and the 3 islands, Mali, Masait and Maur. Okay. And 7 of those students are teachers from Pali Vocational. So all of them are upgrading their qualifications to grade 12. So those teachers who are in grade 9, who have grade 9 and they are currently teaching in elementary schools, they have to upgrade their qualifications to grade 12 with a GPA of 2.4.
For long-term sustainability, they are seeing the program continuing for the next 5 years and beyond. With more funding support, they're also hoping to see the establishment of a primary school teachers college and nursing college.
We're basically hoping that 5 to 10 or 15 years from now, with the help of Newcrest Mining, we can establish 2 schools, a nursing college and a primary school college, because that will be a better pathway for our upgraders, you see. So our students, grade 10 leavers and then the grade 12 school leavers, dropouts especially. So if they come on board on the program, it would be better like after upgrading their grade 12, then there is a pathway already in place. So after grade 12, they go straight into those 2 schools.
Jonathan Kaswaro, head teacher of Pali Elementary, was overwhelmed by the initiative taken by Newcrest, KTF and New Island Provincial Education, adding it's been long overdue.
And I think it's been a long time that such program has ever been taken on board on this island after so many years. And I think it's a giant leap forward for education, especially on this island. And for me, listening to the scope of plan that will take for some years to come, and things that are playing to either eventuate and the upgrading of qualification of elementary teachers, TVET teachers, and even going down to scope the people in the village like grade 10 dropouts and grade 12, which many of them are just traveling around the community. The scope itself is very, very, very interesting.
David Wingip, an educationist with the New Crest Mining Campus, said School to Mine supports Lahirian school students through scholarship programs for both Lahir International School and flexible open distance education and academic support program with Lahir Secondary School. They have also created a database for students who go through their development pathway for education to the workforce. Wingip further explains the different categories and qualification requirements for students with mixed parentage and non-Lahirians.
Okay, and the second one is the Bachelor of Primary Education. This is for teachers mostly in Lahir Secondary School and some of our primary schools on the island. They actually enrolled with Divinewood University, and Divinewood University was kind enough to bring the lecturers here, so the teachers don't have to travel. So we accommodate. We don't teach. The lecturers come in, but we are here to assist them in any photocopy or any assistance with email. We support them.
Edwina Jason is a former secondary school teacher and specializes in English and has been with New Crest since 2019. She explained that out of the 10 programs they facilitate for the Work Ready program, which targets local youths, these youths have to go through a screening process before selections. The purpose of this program is to prepare youths for workplace culture, mainly safety.
The Work Ready program, it's a program that we get the youths from the community. There's always a process of selecting them. So when they are here with us, we deliver 10 programs to this group of people, the youths. The background, they would have already done secondary school education, or better still, they would have already done some tertiary studies. In this program, we prepare them for the workplace culture. The modules, it's really to do with changing their mindset, that they have a positive attitude, that they can use that or survive at the workplace.
Edwina also shares some of the challenges students or youths facing going through their training process, mainly understanding work literacy and a change of mindset.
So we have that functional literacy in place to help the students coming in, the youths that we are taking on board for Work Ready, getting them to see what functional literacy is, that they're able to progress in their community. They're able to read posters, notices, signs. They make meaning out of that and they move on. So that's a challenge that we are faced with, but as a team, though we are on this roster, we have all our documents in place and we deliver those to our students.
When we come back, Aseki Health Center in Menyamya district faces imminent closure. The Aseki Health Center in Menyamya District, Morbe Province, faces imminent closure due to the neglect of staff welfare and security risks. Staff at the health facility say while 2 million kina is allocated annually for the district, the health center has not seen any of that funding.
The Aseki Health Center in Menyeme District, Morobe Province, faces imminent closure after decades of neglect by the district and provincial government. Staff houses are in a rundown state. There is no proper running water, and electricity and security is a big issue, as only ill-equipped police reservists are stationed at Aseki Station. And these 5 reservists, who cover the 14 wards of the Nanima Kariba Rural LLG and 16 wards of Kappa Rural LLG, expect upfront payment before attending to cases. They say they are not on government payroll. Officer in charge of Aseki Health Center, Sister Mathilda Maburai, says the safety of both staff and patients is not guaranteed.
One, there's no good security. Kind noise. Yes, so planting noise. Talk no good, disturbing more patients, throwing stones into the facility. You run down nonsense, don't look money yet. You looking, it's really painful. So looking the level broke at the mat. What are you plugging? Thank you. We really need lights. No current problem plugging this like solar, but we bought no safety longer. Our bank so I used to keep the solar at my house. When there's emergency, we get the power banking.
The health facility has outdated and rusty medical equipment and is in dire need of delivery beds for mothers, as they have only one worn-out bed in the cramped delivery room. Most times when the bed is occupied, other mothers gave birth outside on the veranda or under the building.
People are giving mamas requesting along. Provincial health before, not PHA. PHA now we start asking whether they will give or not, I don't know. Equipment blow me plan. I'm not got to. Now we have to do a delivery and for myself. I used to get 2 code claims and claim it from the mother, no baby, na me. All in the son which is not right. I really need to use a faucet.
At times when there is no umbilical cord clamp, the health workers look for clean ropes or strings to be tied to the baby's umbilical cord and cut it out. Community health worker Pauline Gaigami lamented that from the annual 10 million kina of District Services Improvement Program funds, 2 million kina was supposed to be for the health sector.
For how many years governments are giving me 10 million? Inside of this 10 million, 2 million and blow me housing line. But inside of 2 million, me plan not looking at 2 million since I must plan. Leader go come. Me plan not looking come in a this level founder blow this level money and top of national come down to district level. Now yet last year will come.
Community health worker Gaigami, who has worked at the Aseki Health Center for 7 years, said that Digicel's assistance with the installation of a solar water pump has addressed one of their pressing needs. However, years of neglect have resulted in deterioration of staff houses, worn out to no equipment, and a health center that is falling apart.
Save him na local team me play working. So papa blo money yet them come na. La close him me play ba. Amamas no close but me play ba got big play very low or sick man blo me plan na. Service law hasiki. So thank you awesome. Digital you come na you can the news. You can talk awesome. Make him go out so country na national government na district level can serve awesome. This like 2 million from Blagolo Wanema. As me officer Blasiki Center, me no blow here, but me blow Finchafen district, me can walk law. Asiki, Minema district, please, me police socks law, maintain him health services. So me blow walk man, me blow no less the walk, but no me blow stop that so now. So why all people become cross one day me blow so that's all.
After the break, community-based downstream food processing project for rural Gembog. With 80% of the population in the highlands making a living from the land, success with farmers' production, and the struggle to access better markets has spurred local company Organic Frontier Limited to build a community-based downstream food processing project in rural Gembog district, Chimbu province. The project launched recently is small and simple, yet an effective solution to build food processing factory next to its farmers to reduce reliance on food imports, lower undernutrition rates, and reduce unemployment in the province and in the country.
Kundiawa Gembog is no ordinary district. In the last 10 years, Gembog has locally exported to the rest of the country through mini commercial farming. Fertile soil and high calcium from the white limestone creates rich soil, produce abundant cauliflower, peas, beans, broccoli, potatoes, bulb onions and others. Positive progress has been made to bring these produces to the main urban centers in the last 5 years. However, processing, packaging, transport, storage and markets have been the main obstacles and setbacks. Through the launching of the Agro Industry Food Processing Project, on Friday, 1st of September, life for farmers will be made easier. Big 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, every stop outside. They all miss a pen no go through. The Nil Kande Rural Agro Industry Food Processing Project is an initiative of local women of the area under their company Organic Frontier Limited. The factory, once complete, will serve the people of Kundiawa Gembog and Simbu province through processing, packaging, freezing and marketing the farmers' vegetables. The project is now into construction phase, is expected to be completed within 12 months, and first produce expected to enter the market in mid-2024. Apart from the food processing plant, extensive services is set to complement the project. A water and rural electrification projects will progress through.
I have been a farmer for a very long time. I take my vegetables from Gembog down to Mosby, and I've seen the struggles. I've been in the struggles of transport, storage and the marketing, and I've seen the struggles of the mountain people that I live with, and this has spurred me to do a processing plant so that all these vegetables can come into a plant where it can be frozen. Basically, the reason why I've done this project is because I'm really passionate about it for my people. There's no coffee up in Gembog. They don't have any other income but vegetables, and it's a sad plight when they take the vegetables down and it gets damaged even at Lay and Mosby.
The project has been funded under the 2022 PIP budget for 4 million kina by the Marape Rosso government and managed by the Simbu provincial government. The project currently has 15 employees developing the project with contractors. Once complete, will employ over 50 factory workers, 12 management staff, 6 operators for the power and water plants for a start.
Line project and come house line was a benefit all get a farmers inside long LG from the plan. The block and get access to money, support me plan, work from the plan, school fees, mining sending for family, and it's like I make a big farmer must project and come. Place from
the project will impact the LLGs of Nil Kande, Mitnande, Kundiawa Eben, Waye and the bordering Yongamul of Sinesine Yongamul district and Genawau of Kerawagi. These mountain ranges are home to an approximately 60,000 farmers who will directly contribute fresh vegetables through the processing factory. Future extension services, once up and running, is expected to cover the entire Chimbu province.
So lively meal or place level, and I got more meaning because ground is easily available to us. In the most expensive part of any production is labor and land, and that is freely available. The onus is on you people to take responsibility and organize yourself. The biggest part, the market, the infrastructure, I think, and now come finish the house door.
This processing factory will ensure the following for locals. Will guarantee for a marketplace for farmers and clients for flow of supply of producers, creating sustainable market opportunities, open up market access for income, organic frontier to ensure farmers save what they earn. Innovative farming tools will be introduced to assist farmers. This food processing factory will transform lives in line with the development plans aligned in the Medium-Term Development Plan 4, recently launched by the Department of National Planning. The project has attracted potential development partners to complete the entire project development and operations cycle, and to deliver sustainable business for all stakeholders. The development partners who have shown their support are Water PNG, Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited, CPL Group, Kaya Works Limited, and Bank of South Pacific.
Goes to Kundiawa, then to Lae, sits there, then goes on by sea all the way around. You need to pull the best vegetables out of the ground. Take care of them. And this next step in going into frozen vegetables is even better because it'll last from 3 weeks on the shelf in the shop to 2 years in the freezer.
This village-based project not only thrives to target those heavily involved for business opportunities, but teaches oneself to work hard and be self-reliant and self-sustaining. It also encourages equal participation, bringing to reality the government's slogan, "Leave no man, woman or child behind," putting value back to the efforts of farmers and those they engage with.
And that's been another edition of Scope this evening. Thank you for your company. Good night.